How much should you bulk? When should you stop bulking? And how do you know if it's just fat that you're putting on or good quality muscle and good quality tissue on? I'll talk about this in this video. Welcome to this channel. I'm Sharif, natural bodybuilder, and I do target most of my videos to natural, specifically this one. It's very important that you understand that as a natural, over dieting or over bulking will impact your hormones, alright? So stay till the end and you'll understand why. So it also applies to enhanced lifter because over bulking just won't be ideal for you. So let's jump straight into it. When you're a natural, let's say, you're over bulking, you're over 20% body fat, your body starts getting stressed. Your body doesn't want to carry all that fat on or that weight on, as a matter of fact, only. Just think about that extra weight that you're carrying on. It's like a backpack that you're walking with. You're over 20% body fat. What happens? Your body is stressed. When the body is frequently stressed, cortisol level, the stress hormone, is frequently elevated. Cortisol works against testosterone. When cortisol is high, testosterone drops. Have you heard of testosterone? We need it to build muscle mass, to feel good, to perform well at the gym. Alright, it's our main hormone to help us build muscle and lose body fat. So once that testosterone drops, you guessed it, you're just not in an optimal state to perform well. You're just in a not ideal state to build muscle mass anymore. So even if you're heavy, you're 250, but you're over 20% body fat, well, it's not because of that you'll be building more muscles at the gym. And maybe you'll be pushing a little bit more weight, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're building more muscles, all right? Just because you have more mass, you will automatically push more mass on. All right, so that was the first thing. Remember, the hormonal impact that it has on your body is so much more important than anything else. All right, that's the real iceberg, is the hormones. All right, that's why we see a lot of people that are over 20% body fat, they start having man boobs because their estrogen levels are getting super high and the testosterone level are converting to estrogen. All right, so you got to remember that. So that was the first thing that I want you to understand. As a natural, we gotta always optimize our hormonal health and make sure that, and remember that over bulking, and I would say over 18% body fat would be overkill. All right, and you want to maintain, let's say, around 12 to 15% to make sure that we're optimizing all our hormones. That was tip number one. Number two, when to know when to stop. It's simple. When you start seeing a little bit of love handles or man boobs, you're too far. All right, stop right away. When you start seeing a little bit of love handles, it's time for you to pull back and get back on a deficit. All right, and sometimes it can just mean going for mini cuts, getting back that insulin sensitivity, which means the way your muscles and your body absorb the carbs and absorb the nutrients. When you're bulking for too long, there's a lot of nutrients in your bloodstream all the time, and your body just gets used to it, so your body just kind of stop absorbing it as well, just to make it as simple as possible, because your muscles are full of those carbs. Your muscle glycogen stores are full, your protein stores are full. So now the muscle closes the door, says to your bloodstream, stop sending me more nutrients because I don't want them anymore, because I have more than enough. It's like when you ate and you're so full, you just don't want to eat anymore. That's what happens to your muscle. What happens then is that now blood sugar stays elevated because those nutrients and those sugars can't get in the muscle. Two things: blood sugar stays elevated, it will end up going to fat tissue, and on the long term it will cause type 2 diabetes, so you want to really avoid that. And so that's why mini cuts are important, because it makes your body kind of crave food again and makes you kind of starving again. It's like a sponge that is so wet, it won't absorb more water, but put it outside under the sun for a few minutes and it will be able to absorb more. Eventually, mini cuts and cardio. That's why it's super important in your off season. Even when you're bulking, do your cardio, guys. All right, that was tip number two. Oh, I'm going so fast because I just want to sleep and eat my meal, watch a movie. It's Sunday night, but I want to do a video for you. That's why you gotta subscribe, my friends. Help me grow that channel. Number three, when you're starting to get heavy but not strong anymore, that's when you have to stop. The scale is going up, but your strength is not going up. You're still benching 225, same weight, same reps, but you're not getting stronger, but you're getting heavier. That means that you're gaining fatter, and you gotta stop that wall. All right, so you gotta always understand and not just be like, oh, I gained bigger. Does it means I'm bigger? It's not because your arms are 20-inch arms that it's 20-inch arms of muscle. Half of it can be fat. All right, so it's always also on your performance. You're not getting stronger, but getting heavier. Stop the bulk. Number four, you're frequently tired. You wake up, you're tired. You eat, you're tired. And you're always kind of hungry, you're always tired, you're always hungry, you're moody, you don't want to do anything. You feel super tired, you feel super low, you feel depressed. You shouldn't feel that way when you're eating that much carbs. Think about it. Now I'm 5 weeks out of my show. I'm barely eating any carbs. The other day I had a bit of, well, this morning I had some carbs. I felt like I was Superman. I did like 20 sets of pull-ups. I felt like at the top of the world. Imagine you're over bulking and you're eating all those carbs, but yet you're so tired you can't even tie your laces. This means that your body is telling you, stop, stop. We're not absorbing those carbs anymore. You're just eating and throwing them kind of in your fat cells, and the muscles are full. Your body is super stressed. Cortisol level are jacked up. Testosterone is low, and you're in this vicious cycle. All right, so stop that bulk, guys. Stop over bulking. Oh my God, one mistake that I made when I was in my early 20s was just force feeding and bulking and thinking that it's turning all into muscle, and I had to go through many cuts to get shredded. And I'm not even shredded. I'm 5 weeks out and I feel like I'm so behind. You guys let me know what you think. Well, you can't see much. I don't have abs. Don't judge me on my abs. Moving on. When you've been bulking for over 3 months, I'm a big fan of 12-week cycle. All right, 3 months you can be in a surplus and then go back in a deficit. Your body works better in cycles. Life is made in cycles. There's summer, there's winter. It's all for a reason. All right, your body reacts better when you give it something and then you take it away. You give it something, you take it away. That's why a lot of bodybuilders would do refeeds, high carbs and low carbs day. That's why sometimes we go on a mini cut and then we eat again. And then we go back on a bulk and then a mini cut. That's why we say that your muscles will absorb carbs better post-workout, because they've been starving and working for 2-3 hours maybe. All right, so you gotta understand how the body works, and sometimes just being steady in a bulk for a whole year, for example, even if you're not over 20% body fat because you're doing your cardio and all your stuff, well, you'll get a better result by cycling stuff and going for a mini cut. It can be a 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks mini cut, 4 weeks mini cut, depends on your metabolism. Some people 1 week mini cut and boom, their body is back on, the machine is on, and they're absorbing food like crazy afterwards. All right? So like I said, the love handles, those things are important. The way you feel, if you're tired, if you're not getting stronger but you're getting heavier, it's time to start the bulk. And that's pretty much it, you know. If you're over 18%, guys, stop the bulk. Get back into that optimal state where your hormones are well, that flow state. You're optimizing your testosterone level, growth hormone, building muscle, losing body fat, feeling good. And that's pretty much it. And you don't want to over diet. Now I'm dieting as a natural. When you diet, testosterone level will take a hit. Fat intake will go down. You need fat. You need those cortisol that comes from the eggs to build your testosterone level. But when your fat is so low, everything else will be lower, right? So you got to find that sweet balance. And naturals, we have to optimize everything: diet, nutrition, training. We don't want to overstress the body. Someone enhanced can still maintain a healthy level of testosterone because they're taking enhancement. We are not. So that's it for this video, guys. I'm pretty sure it's enough content. It's enough value. I mean, I don't know. I'll watch some YouTube videos, and trust me, some of them don't give enough value. I watch them for a whole hour and they barely give one tip, but they have 200,000 subscribers. And I'm like sleeping in this video. So if you found this video helpful, consider subscribing. And I'll see you soon. Thank you guys all for the support. Ciao.